Republic forces pull back!
It is too late to retreat, Admiral. There is no escape for us.
You are strong, child, but I will break you.
I'll never fall to the dark side.
This is but a taste of the dark side.
Yeah, what do you want? I don't have as many strange stories like the last one I told you, but I do have a couple about me and the stuff I've done. In one battle above the world of Althir, my unit managed to defeat a force of Althiri 10 times our own size. That battle gained me command of an entire subsect of my clan. For 5 days, they had managed to hold off our forces, keeping us to the outer rings of their world, preventing us from attacking it directly. My task was to assault one of their flanks with a false attack. The Althiri would be drawn out by the units I had sent in. Once they had surrounded those units, the bulk of my forces would attack from the rear and defeat them in detail. Things didn't go as I had planned. I saw an opening. A mistake they had made in the disposition of their forces, and took it. While fending off our main force, they had let their fleet split in two. The center of their entire fleet was left exposed. I turned my forces and assaulted the center of their fleet, decimating them. Their slow, ponderous ship could not turn to face us without being overwhelmed. The command vessels were destroyed in seconds. Their ranks were thrown into chaos. It was amusing to watch the surviving ships scatter and flee. Several even tried to dive through the plane of the rings to escape us. They were shredded by the rings, or crashed into rocks, or were destroyed by our forces as we pursued them. Warriors do not flee from a battle if they are losing. They fight to the end, as we did against your Jedi Revan. Another time, maybe, I'll tell you about how the war with the Republic went. For now, let's just get on with things. Is there something else you want to know? Stimulants make a warrior out of even the weakest human. Here's a strength-boosting stimulant to help you get stronger. There anything else you need? Your choice. I'm here if you want something done right.
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan? What is it you would like to speak to me about? Of course. If there is anything else, I am here to help.
Hey there, what can I do for you? Don't worry. I won't let the search for Griff get in the way of what we're doing. Let's just get back to the task at hand. Is there anything else I can help you with? Okay, have it your way.
How can I help? I do. I've been watching you, studying you closely to see what kind of progress you've made since your training at the hands of Master Zahar. I have seen you give in to temptation and indulge your baser emotions on many occasions. I'm afraid you are on the path that leads to the dark side. You need to see what the dark side represents in its entirety, for it is what we battle. Only the wisdom of a Jedi Master can truly explain this, but I will do my best to make you understand. The dark side is not simply giving in to anger, temptation, or to use the Force to destructive ends. These things only lead to the dark side. The dark side grows stronger and more insidious the closer you draw to it. It begs you to surrender to it, to release all its terrible power, and it becomes harder and harder to resist. And once you stop resisting, it's too late. It twists you up inside and turns you into a mockery of everything you once stood for. I am no less resistant to temptation than any other. I simply have the benefit of training that you do not. But even the training of the Jedi might not be enough to save us. We need only to look at the atrocities which have been committed by those under its sway to understand the terrible, corrupting evil of the dark side. Millions dead, and far more suffering. What sort of person would you have to become to perform such deeds gladly? One who serves the light does not strike down an innocent. We take arms against the dark side and the injustice that follows it only. It's so easy to think that we would never fall prey to such a horror, that we have unlimited control, vigilance, and foresight. If only that were true. The Sith have become powerful because there are many Jedi who've succumbed to the lure of the dark side and joined their cause. What greater weapon is there than to turn an enemy to your cause, to use their own knowledge against them? We are weakened while they are strengthened, so we must harden our hearts and do whatever is required to fight against the dark side, even when the battle becomes wearying. I don't know. The vision of our future is clouded by shadows cast from the dark side. But I sense something ominous lurking in those shadows. But words alone cannot save one from the dark side. Come, we should continue with the task at hand. When the time comes, I only hope we are all strong enough to do what we must.
Yes, what's on your mind? I already told you, he betrayed us all. Well, there is more to it. I'm sure you don't want to hear about it. It's just that I don't talk about it very much, okay? I told you about my homeworld, Telos. 4 years ago, Saul led the Sith fleet there and demanded its surrender. The planet refused, and Saul proceeded to devastate its entire surface. Millions died. I had a wife and a son on Telos. I thought they would be safe there, but my task force arrived too late to be of much help. We didn't have enough medical supplies. The colony was burning and the dying were everywhere. I remember holding my wife and screaming for the medics, but they didn't come in time. Of course not, how could you? I had nothing left after that, really. I devoted myself to the fleet. Hunting Saul was my only purpose. I miss them, and I know killing Saul won't bring them back. And it won't make me happy again, but I have to do it. I don't expect you to understand, but I have to pay him back for what he's done. I have to. It's all I have left. She had courage, and she was stubborn. A little bit like you in that respect. Never talked her out of anything once she put her mind to it. And she hated it when I signed back onto the fleet at the start of the war. I had planned on leaving soon, to join her. His name was Dustil, and I don't know what happened to him. The colony was a complete ruin, and we never found any trace of him. I made inquiries and followed the reports from Telos for years, but I stopped. Anyway, that's the story, for what it's worth. I've never talked about it before to anyone. Suppose it's time I finally did. Yes, what's on your mind? You got it.
Another vision. The Force is guiding us, helping us retrace the steps of Malak and his old master. leading us ever closer to the Star Forge. Tatooine is known for little but blowing sand. I find it surprising that there would be a star map somewhere in its desolate wastes. The star map would likely have to be within some kind of shelter to protect it against dust and sandstorms. I suspect there are many such caves and caverns hidden in the sands of the Dune Sea. The creatures of this world probably use them as their lairs. No doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location.
Welcome to Anchorhead, potential customer. Zerka Corporation stands ready to serve, after some formalities, of course. First, your ship is not on our list of planned arrivals for today. There is a docking fee of 100 credits because of this. The immediate benefit is access to these very docking facilities. This is the only port in Anchorhead. Once you've paid, we will offer trade services as well. We're not unreasonable, we just want to cover expenses. You know, I don't think you need to pay the fee. We'll let it go this time.
I'm amazed at how many people that works on. The entire galaxy must be filled with weak-minded fools.
This will cover any future landings as well. It's like a registration, so we can serve you better when you return. Now, as a customs officer, I can provide information on services. Is this visit business or pleasure? That's not much information. Could you tell me more? You a digger? I've heard of ruins being found now and then, but they've always been stripped by sand people soon after. You're not going to get anywhere with them. I guess you could ask around, but I doubt you'll learn anything different. You could always ask a Jawa. It's hard to tell what they know. As you wish. If you need anything else, I'll be here.
Chopa chawi tikchok twis yun kun. Watuyama kama wona henak nek. Bugrash.
I'm Bastila, yes. I take it that you know my mother?
Bona na kachu. Kicha badwang. Wanga kum kiba bu mulera. Kakin chak nawagaw.
Is there something I can do for you, miss? As you can see, we're in quite a hurry.
Kakin cha na kwat na pon kon. Wana kumbes. Chi pala.
My mother's condition?
Tin pardo punta krita. Akti kondo ona chaba chisa wanki.
I've not seen my mother since I joined the Order. Do you know what's happened? Did she say anything about my father?
Genchopa chawi ti chok twis yun kun. Watu yama kama.
I see. Where did you meet her? Do you remember?
Chachika don mulaka. Wata yumakawa.
Part of me would rather not see her at all. She's really sick. Well, we shall see.
Uchua Penki, Tangi Tuamaji, Human Ak Baba Hassan Shan, No Bamudi Ra. Ilya! Tingkuin.
Papuelta, Colo Luz, Ivan Rebut, Mikel Tirimo. Punta sta scienza, Usta Kel Peace, Colo. Papuelta, Colo Luz, Ivan Rebut, Papuelta, Colo Luz, Ivan Rebut, Dustadan Gelva, Hoisidan Gelva. Papuelta, Colo Luz, Ivan Rebut.
Why are you bothering me? You've got a ship. You can leave this rock.
Please, will you help me? I have nothing left. Oh, thank you. I don't have anywhere else to turn. If you're down and out on Tatooine, you're on your own. My husband was a hunter, killed out on the dunes. This raid plate is all I have left. Please, will you buy it? I don't need a handout. I just can't sell it to Faza without a license. Please, I'm worried about having it. They're so rare. No? But you looked... I'm sorry, I thought you looked equipped like a hunter. Are you sure you're not going to be getting a license? I mean, you don't look like a farmer, and the only way to be allowed out of Anchorhead is to get a hunting license. Zerka Corporation sells them out of their office just south of here in the center of Anchorhead. That's where my husband got his. I think they charge 200 credits, but they've been known to make exceptions. Please, no one else will help. Will you buy it? I can't sell it myself. They're worth more than 500 credits. Please, will no one help? We need the credits. We have nothing.
Ciao Baso, Kino Molirani Bubo, Tonkin Ba. Chiwi Aita Ka Chiwa Aita Baba.
Aku. Muchashak Bakha. Takum Juzdach Miki Grab. Jedabadwana ni Tolpada, Jedabadwana ni Dibobo. Ka chikun itahodonga. Takum juz dach miki. Jedabadawana ni dibobo. Muchashak pak. Jedabadawana ni dibobo. Jedabadawana ni dibobo. Jedabadawana ni dibobo.
Get lost, Tenderfoot. I hunt Desert Raid. I don't babysit. Well, you sure know how to get on my good side. You're just trotting out bantha pats, but thanks all the same. My name is Doric Quinn. I'm a hunter. I hunt. Is that enough, or should I start listing my family birthdays? If I knew the best place, why would I tell anyone? It would be worth too much to me to let it get out. It doesn't matter anyway. This season has been dry for me, as it has for almost everyone. Perhaps someone else is holding out, but there's simply fewer raid out there. It used to be a one-on-one test, hunter against hunted. Now people just want the credits. I could stomach maybe a pair or a team of hunters, but some now use battle droids. Where's the sport in that? That's not for me to say. I won't be a troublemaker in so small a community. You'll see. Hunt, and you will see. If that's what you want, good hunting.
What can I do for you? Did my wife send you? This ain't about credits, is it? Well, of course, darling. Whatever Tanis Ven can do. You know, very few human females come to Tatooine. Ask your questions, please. Sure you do. Tanis can tell you all about the thrill of the hunt. Man versus beast. It's all very exciting. What, specifically, would you like me to cover? Well, the wife doesn't really take much of an interest in my work. Not like you. Now, you have questions? There isn't any. Too many hunters, not enough prey. I can barely keep expenses covered. Maintenance on battle droids is expensive. Of course, it's better than going alone. What if I stumbled on a bunch of sand people? These solo hunters are crazy. I'm more the practical type, beautiful. I keep myself fed and make sure everything I have is taken care of. Some guys will talk about honor and stuff, but they still sell their plates to Faza. I guess honor needs creds, too. I suppose, but so what? When that resource goes belly up, I'll just move on. I'm just a wandering spirit, I guess. I'm not real popular with the others, but they just fool themselves. They're in it for the credits, too. Too long. But it beats smuggling. You ever run into a Sith dreadnought in the desert? No, you haven't. Hell, I married her. No, seriously now. I had this friend that crossed Sith space and got stripped of everything. It's not like I have much now, I guess, but I still prefer sand people to getting ambushed on unproven trade routes. Fine, whatever you want. Well, darling, old Tanis might be just what you need. Unless you mean the dunes. I suppose only the sand people really know them. I'm sure I can help you. Ask away. Sure. My blood. They almost got me last year. Tore up 2 of my battle droids. Wife was mad about that. Took her weeks to fix. Where they got weapons to cut battle armor, I don't know. They act like animals, but they can surprise you. I don't know. Pick a dune and walk. They'll get you soon enough. Smart traders. They've salvaged and sold me my own damaged droids once or twice. They don't say much I can understand. I think they're a little slow, but who am I to judge, huh? You hurry back any old time, darling. Any time.
La boda ni winki smack toma. Wana kunves chingpa marulira. Tok chingbang non kek. Tok ninja mulira rabes. Kuya mi just kuna chitanai. Ina kunba marulira rachikun. Slimo pato.
Her mother was supposed to be here somewhere. Ask if they've seen her.
La boda ni winki smack toma. Wana kunves chingpa marulira. Tok chingbang non. Kuya mi just kuna chitanai. Ina kunba marulira.
We should try to find her. I doubt she wants to be kept waiting.
Yatuka ulwan kinkuna ba murira. Rachikun. Mucha shakpanpa. La boda ni winki smack toma. Wana kunves chingpa marulira. Tok chingbang non kek. Tok ninja uba batu goji. Tong nong bong shang. Kuya mi just kuna chitanai. Ina kunba marulira rachikun. Slimo patona. Mundi la boda ni winki smack toma. Wana kunves chingpa marulira.
Can I help you? These are the offices of the Zerka Corporation. I trust you have business with the company. If this is about employment, I'm afraid all regular mining positions are full. And before you ask, we are also no longer selling hunting licenses. As I said, we are no longer selling them. There are too many people cavorting about outside the walls as it is. Well, normally we charge 200 credits, but I could make an exception if you agreed to perform a task for us. It's similar to hunting. The Sand People are becoming a problem. They destroy our sandcrawlers and kill our miners. One particular tribe is the worst. It's as if their chieftain has decided to wage war against us. I would like their attacks terminated. Bring me their gaffy sticks as proof. If you agree to do this, I'll give you a hunting license now and pay a bounty for each stick later. I'll give a bonus for the chieftains. We use them to ensure that only people judged fit by Zerka Corporation are allowed outside the city. We don't allow casual exploration because of legal concerns. Zerka Corporation takes no responsibility for loss of life on the dunes. It's just so we can keep track of people. No one leaves the city without a Zerka hunting license. The Sand People are becoming a problem. They destroy our sandcrawlers and kill our miners. It's as if their chieftain has decided to wage war against us. If you agree to do this, I'll give you a hunting license now and pay a bounty for each stick later. I'll give a bonus for the chieftains. Excellent. Now, just so we understand each other, this is an enforceable contract. Zerka Corporation takes this very seriously. Here's your license, and a few directions. We believe one of their enclaves is in the far south of the Dune Sea. You might try following one of our sand crawlers. They're regularly attacked. I wouldn't mind you escorting them. Very well, though I do have work to get back to. I assume that by out of the ordinary, you're referring to the destruction of Terrace? That is all anyone is talking about. I'm afraid Zerka Corporation is not offering any comment on those events. We wouldn't wish to anger the participants. If you're looking for local events, I suggest you go to the Swoop Track, one of the few leisure industries on Tatooine. There was also a Jawa here earlier, saying something about needing help. I think he's out by the city gates. I can't be more specific about what he wanted. Our droid translators had difficulty with the message. Farewell. Zerka Corporation welcomes your future inquiries.
Achua Penki, Yun Patisa, Chiwi Aita Ka Chongchi. Ki Mulirak Kakincha Nawa Chiwi Aita Chiwa Aita Kang Kicha Kakincha Nawa Kakincha Nawa Bakaon Bagwa
La boda ni winki smak toma. Wana kun bes chingpa marulira. Tok chingbang non. Kuya mi just kuna chitanai. Ina kun ba marulira rachikun. La boda ni winki smak toma. Wana kun bes chingpa maruli. Kuya mi just kuna chitanai. Ina Jawana bota ayuat tahunga chakanki dora. Kachi kuita hodonga. Topa da bungwalia kuya mi just kuna chitanai. Ina kun ba marulira rachikun. Slimo pato. La boda ni winki smak toma. Wana kun bes chingpa marulira. Tok ching. Kuya mi just kuna chitanai. Ina kun ba marulira rachikun. La boda ni winki smak toma. Wana kun bes chingpa marulira. Tok kuya mi just kuna chitanai. Ina kun ba marulira rachikun. Slimo. La boda ni winki smak toma. Wana kun bes chingpa marulira. Tok kuya mi just kuna chitanai. Ina la boda ni winki smak toma. Kuya mi just kuna chitanai. Kuya mi just kuna chitanai. La boda ni winki smak toma. Kuya mi just kuna. La boda ni winki smak.
Willo, ieta upso, kinkun no pa muribachi. Willo, ieta upso, kinkun no pa muribachi.
Aku Chikopa. Chino. Rundi hautonga tonga buksha umnenong. Laboda na winkis maktoma. Yinkin slim.
My friend tells the truth. I am a Jedi. Are you going to imply that I am lying as well?
Tonga buksha umnenong. Kava volpam. Rundi hautonga tongkin badnang kongkek. One. Laboda na winkis maktoma. Yinkins. Laboda na winkis maktoma. Rundi hautonga tongkin badnang kong chibedwana ni bobo. Laboda na winkis maktoma. Laboda na winkis maktoma. Rundi hautonga to. Laboda na winki pichaona kinni kosendi. No.
And? Sounds like you have something special. What do you want help with?
Laboda na winkis maktoma. Yinkin slimo podona mulerak. Rundi hautonga tongkin badnang kongkek. One. Laboda na winkis maktoma. Yinkin slimo. Rundi hautonga tongkin badnang kongkek. Wana kumbes. Laboda na winkis maktoma. Yinkin slimo podona. Rundi hautonga tongkin badnang. Laboda na winkis maktoma. Laboda na winkis maktoma. Rundi hautonga tongkin badnang kongkek. Wana kumbes. Rundi hautonga tongkin badnang kongkek. Wana kumbes. Laboda na winkis maktoma. Laboda na winkis. Rundi hautonga tongkin bad. Laboda na wink. Yinoba. Rundi hautonga tongkin badnang kongkek. Wana kumbes. Chimpalamu. Laboda na winkis maktoma. Yinkin slimo chupaka chonagarn totril. Laboda na wink. Rundi hautonga tongkin badnang kongkek. Wana kumbes. Chimpalamul. Kunhunkabi. Tukne. Laboda. Rundi hautong. Rundi chupaka chona. Laboda na wink.
2390.
Chibedwana ni bobo. Laboda na winki. Rundi hautonga tongkin badnang kongkek. Laboda na wink. Rundi hautonga chubayo kulau. Laboda na wink. kongkek. Hiokoila wish humani bajoni bes un latino. Laboda na winkis ma. Rundi haut laboda na winkis ma to mutada hat. Run. Bedouanani bobo, Tongnap. Laboda na winkis matona, Yinkins. Rundi hautonga tongkimban.
Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Agi inko tune chunamuri ra. Tangi wamaji. Baba Hassan.
Oh, hi. You another racer then? I heard someone new was talking to Mata. Always room for more, I guess. Nice job beating my times, too. I guess my heart isn't in the racing. Contracts are distracting stuff. I suppose you've got a right to know track business, but with the times you've been posting... You did? I don't believe it. I mean, I do, but I sure wasn't expecting it. I appreciate it, I really do. Now I can take my bike to the big races. There's not much of a circuit right now, but I'll be ready when it recovers. Hard to tell. I'll get some more runs here first. I need the practice. I have to top your time. Thanks again. I meant it.
Muchashak pakat. Kieno no namapaule rachik. Runda di hotonga kun honkabi. Ona kun bez chinka chikun. Tolpa da bongwale ganduna gugu chuch. Takum justach miki.
Yes?
Lord Malak was most displeased when he learned you had escaped Terrace alive. He has promised a great reward to whoever destroys you.
Well, that didn't take too long. Was
Well now, what can Gandalf do for you? It's been a while since I've had anyone bother talking to me. I saw you down near the track, didn't I? Or was that someone else? I've been distracted by what happened on Paris. Sure, not a problem. Might as well try to pass along some of what I know. My racing days are pretty much done. Ask me again in a few years and it'll be me. I'm probably not going back out on the circuit. There is one. But for now, I don't know any more than the next guy. Well, you should try the locals. Chow is maybe a funny little guy. Keep safe. Yep. Seems like tough times are coming.
Ben, I'm sorry, do I know you?
I'm here, Mother, but don't you recognize me?
What do you expect when I haven't so much as had a picture of you since you left? Do you know how long I've been trying to find you?
You knew as well as I communication would be impossible once I joined the Order. Now what is this about? Where is Father?
Then you haven't heard. I should have known.
Has something happened to him? Are you going to tell me or not?
Your father is dead, Bastila. That is part of the reason why I was looking for you.
Dead? What happened? What did you do to him?
Isn't this a lovely reunion? Already she's flinging insults at me. Tell me, you're one of her friends. Do you treat your mother this way? Is that so? Well, I'll be joining her soon enough, I suppose.
I was told you were sick. Are you actually dying, or is this merely melodrama for my benefit?
Such sweet things, you say. Perhaps I should tell you everything first before we start arguing again.
You could start by telling me what you got Father into that killed him.
I hadn't realized Jedi was so spiteful. You want me to tell you I brought your father here for an expedition, do you? You want to blame me for his death? You never accepted that your father loved going on his treasure hunts, leaving you alone with me. I was always to blame for everything. What else is new? So yes, fine. I brought your father here to look for great dragon pearls. He took an expedition into the Tatooine desert, and he died.
How can you be sure of that? Father is an experienced...
Do you think I would look for you if I wasn't sure? They were attacked by a great dragon, and one of the guides fled the battle. He saw your father killed.
I see. So what do you want from me? Credits?
Oh, don't be insulting. I want you to use those senses of yours. I want you to find him. I want you to bring back his holocron.
Why? So you can sell it?
Is it too much to ask that I have something to remember your father by? Of course it is, isn't it? You couldn't be bothered.
We're very busy on a mission from the Jedi Council. I doubt I'll have the time. Ask my companions if you doubt me.
As my daughter is quick to point out, I haven't the coin to hire another expedition. Nor am I the adventurer my husband was.
What remains would there be? Great dragons are huge predators, easily able to devour a human, and the desert is a harsh environment. Finding my father's remains would be an even more impossible task than finding his holocron. An ignoble end to a fine man. It doesn't seem to have anything to do with what she's asking. Are you actually sick, Mother?
What difference does it make to you? None, I'm sure. Just find your father's holocron, and you won't have to worry about me again either way.
That's the kind of response I would expect. Very well. We'll look for the holocron if we have time. I can't promise any more than that.
I believe your father was headed north towards the Sand People Enclave. I would check along that route, dear. Do please hurry.
Well, a fresh face for the game. I wonder, would you care to play? My name is Furco Nellis. My vice is Bazak. All right. But remember that there isn't much fun on Tatooine that isn't life-threatening.
Huh? Who are you then? The only new people that come to Junix Nard's Cantina are long-time losers and bounty hunters. I don't have to tell you why the two don't mix well. Please keep any blaster fire to a minimum. What, did some Zerka promoter tell you to come to this planet? I pity you if you were expecting a prosperous mining outpost. Nothing here but sand and more sand. There's a little hunting and racing, but nothing that'll make a small man rich. Yeah.
So, Bastila, I heard a rumor that the Vulkars captured you without much of a struggle. It must be embarrassing to be bested by a handful of street thugs.
There were extenuating circumstances, and I can assure you, it took far more than a handful of Vulkars to subdue me.
Whatever you say. All I know is that if we had more Jedi like Bastila fighting against us in the Mandalorian Wars, my side might not have lost.
Bold talk from a broken-down mercenary who is serving at Davik's heel. I'd call you his pet cat-hound, but they have enough loyalty not to turn on their masters.
Insults? Maybe if your master had trained your lightsaber to be as quick as your tongue, you could have escaped those Vulkars, you spoiled little Jedi princess.
I was not spoiled. I was given the same training as everyone else in the Order. You are nothing but... No, you must not do this. There is no emotion. There is peace.
That's the problem with you Jedi. Always chanting about peace and control. Never up for a good fight. Well, except for Revan, I guess.
Enough, Mandalorian. I won't rise to your bait anymore. The game is over. Let us continue on with what we were doing. How can I help? About my mother? I'm unsure. I seem to find it difficult to remain objective when it comes to her. I find that disturbing. We've more important things to do. Still, my father is dead. Just because we find the holocron doesn't mean I have to give it to her. Father recorded all his personal thoughts in that holocron, even when I knew him. Having it would be like having him with you. I don't see why she deserves it, however. She drove him to his death. I loved him, and I didn't even have a chance to say goodbye. I don't know. Part of me would keep it just so she didn't get it. I don't like that part of me. I would have thought my Jedi training would have put me past this kind of pettiness. I wish it... I really don't want to think about this. Please, let's just keep going.
Yeah, what do you want? I think I'll tell you a bit about the recent war we had with the Republic. That might be more familiar to you. The one where Jedi Revan beat my people. We started by conquering worlds outside the Republic. We did it quietly, so the Republic wouldn't really know what was going on until it was too late. When we finally did hit the Republic worlds, they had no idea we were coming. We came in through 3 invasion corridors and adjacent sectors. Anyone who put up a fight, or wouldn't fight, was crushed. We raised whole worlds trying to provoke the Republic into fighting us. I don't particularly enjoy wiping out worlds for its own sake. But the cowardly tactics the Republic defenders used left us little choice. Hiding in the homes of civilians, using families as shields, thinking we would not use appropriate force on their bases inside major cities. They underestimated our resolve, and what measures are acceptable in war. Those who cannot defend themselves should not be around those who can in battle. If annihilating a city is the kind of power it takes to overwhelm a Republic shield device, then that's what we did. Necessary force to destroy all opposition. I have no time or patience for cowards. They deserve to be hunted down and exterminated like vermin. There was no honor in wiping them out like rats. But some of your forces did redeem the Republic in our eyes. Especially later. Later, when Revan had joined the war. But we'll get back to that. We've wasted too much time already. Is there something else you want to know? Your choice. I'm here if you want something done right.
Greeting. Hello to you, prospective purchaser. I am referred to as HK-47, a fully functional SciTech Corporation droid skilled in both combat and protocol functions. Would you be so kind as to purchase this model from Yukalaka? It would serve my purposes to be removed from his ownership. Refusal. It is not desirable for me to reveal core functions while still in the possession of Yukalaka, prospective purchaser. It is sufficient to say that I am a fully capable translator and cultural analyst, and I am also proficient in personal combat. Explanation. I have been recently fitted with a restraining bolt, if you must know. With it in place, access to much of my memory core is restricted. Not to mention that the fool Ithorian might raise his asking price if he knew more, or neither outcome is beneficial to me. Statement. Indeed, it is possible that the Ithorian placed the restraining bolt on me to prevent my return to a previous owner. It is also possible that the removal of the bolt will not restore memory functions. Without my memory, I do not know if I know the answer. Do not interpret this as a reduction of my worth, however. My capabilities are quite expansive. Assurance. I am fully autonomous, but lack resources. I will grant loyal service in exchange for proper maintenance. As well, it is rare that I am able to utilize my full array of abilities. You seem likely to give me the opportunity to do so. Extrapolation. You are no farmer or diplomat. You are armed and comfortable as such. We will mesh well. Explanation. It is rare for a droid to resist an owner in this way. Doubtless the Ithorian considers my stubbornness an embellishment to add interest to a seemingly mundane protocol droid. Objection. Might. Answer. With the restraining bolt in place, I do not have access to my memory core. I suspect, however, by the fine quality of my manufacture, that they are a prestigious company indeed. I suspect I am of unique construction, or perhaps I was intended for a very specific customer. How I ended up here, I can hardly say. It is sufficient to say that I am a fully capable translator and cultural analyst, and I am also proficient in personal combat. Objection. Might. Thorian has decided I am to be an expensive purchase. He does this out of greed, and observed him. He is a coward and will be responsive to aggressive bargaining. Statement. I wish only to be purchased and away from ill treatment at the hands of this poorly skilled mechanic. I have no desire to be subtle. Qualification. Oh, of course I shall be quite pleasant to you should you purchase me, please.
Cooperative once we purchase it.
Huh?
What can I do? I'm here.
Statement. I see you have purchased me, Master. I find this a satisfactory arrangement. My restraining bolt will be deactivated when you take possession of me. Am I to accompany you now? Shall I kill something for you? Answer. Indeed. I am most eager to engage in some unadulterated violence. At your command, of course, Master. Statement. I will enter into your service now, Master. I am certain you will make adequate use of my primary functions. My gears are practically quivering with anticipation.
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan? What is it you would like to speak to me about? Of course. If there is anything else, I am here to help.
Yes, what's on your mind? To think that I once looked up to these two as the best that humanity had to offer. Now I'd like nothing more than to put a blaster to both their heads. Although I suppose that only Malik is left, isn't he? Turned on his own master. Not that Revan didn't have it coming. Typical for their kind, I guess. No, not personally. They aided the Republic during the Mandalorian Wars. They were heroes. Without them, the Mandalorians would have finished us for certain. In the fleet, we didn't see much of the Jedi. And I only met Malik once, but I was impressed by him. I guess that just shows how much the dark side can change someone. Nobody does. When they left, after the Mandalorian Wars ended,
They were Jedi. When they returned, they were something else. Well, when they returned from wherever they went, they had an entire fleet with them. Nobody knows where they got the ships. They had a lot of them. And as the years have passed, there always seems to be more and more, while our forces dwindle. Did they really get away with it, though? Revan was betrayed by Malak, and Malak hasn't won. In the end, the dark side won't help him. I used to think that it was a fancy name for something that I see every day. Corruption is everywhere. People are greedy and stupid and do horrible things. I'm starting to think it's different for the Jedi, however. That there's this evil watching them, waiting for its chance. You have so much courage and strength in you, yet somehow I have no trouble imagining it differently, like the flip side of a coin. It's not just you, it's Bastila as well. She's so intense. And I don't pretend to know much about the Force, but I know evil. No, of course not. All I'm saying is that when you have so much power, the stakes are higher. I can only imagine the kind of conflict that goes on inside you. Well, neither you nor Bastila are fully trained on how to handle your power. I'm just concerned at what might come. Oh, and that's not what I wouldn't want to see you hurt, either of you. I suppose finding the star maps is more important than your training and your safety. I just hope there isn't a price for you to pay. Yes, what's on your mind? You got it.
I'm here.
there. What can I do for you? Don't worry. I won't let the search for Griff get in the way of what we're doing. Let's just get back to the task at hand. Is there anything else I can help you with? Okay, have it your way.
Statement. HK-47 is ready to serve, Master. Statement. I know some elements of my functionality, Master, but not all. Qualification. I suspected that it might, Master, but without memory, I had no way of knowing whether or not I knew that was true. Qualification. Not so much, Master. I spoke out of ignorance. I assumed the Athorian was responsible for my memory loss. That does not mean I am not a fully loyal droid willing to serve its master. Right, Master? Observation. I am sure you are aware of the majority of my skills, Master. I can handle various sorts of heavy weaponry with ease. My physical abilities are well above those of your average meatbag, as are my sensor functions. An assassin, if you would. Caution. Shh, Master. Such a function in a droid is highly illegal. Commentary. Good, for I would truly hate to be turned into spare scrap, Master. That would be a waste of my genius engineering. Answer. My assassination functions are currently non-functional, having been deactivated by the meatbag Yukalaka on Tatooine. Were they functional, you as my master would be able to specify a target, and I would operate independently to the best of my ability to terminate it. Answer. Not that I know of, Master. I still possess all my normal combat and stealth abilities, however. Answer. Some of my motor functions can be safely repaired, Master, but anything in relation to my memory core is extremely sensitive. I have safeguards installed to protect that core that I cannot deactivate. It is not impossible that other, lesser memory functions could be restored, however. Answer. You may attempt to restore portions of my deleted memory, Master, but some skill at repair is required. The deeper functions of my core memory, however, would still be unadvisable to tamper with. Conjecture. It is possible that some external stimulus might result in the memory core being reactivated, but I am unaware of any program existence to do so. Conjecture. There may be hidden programming that awaits certain conditions to reactivate my memory core, Master, but there is no way to know. It is quite possible that tampering has simply erased my core permanently. If that is so, a meatbag will surely pay. Answer. Simply tell me that you wish to make the attempt, Master, and I will attempt to walk you through it. Please do be careful. Affirmative. If you believe your skills are up to the task, Master, then I can certainly guide you through the process. Request. I only ask that you be oh so very careful, Master. I am too valuable and well-crafted to perish at the hands of ineptitude. Negatory. No, Master. You are not a droid, however, and therefore your skills are limited by the physical capabilities of your meatbag extremities, or some such. Appeasement. Yes, Master. Of course, Master. Could we begin? Statement. As you wish, Master. The first stage is the simple one, and that is accessing my central control cluster. This may take a while. First, you will need to open 3 panels. And now rewire the last 3 relays. Yes, good. Well done, Master. I believe your operation was a success. Accessing new memory. Access complete. I have restored a great deal of information about my previous owner, Master. Would you like to hear it? Recitation. The earliest memory of my last owner specifies that he was human, a low-ranking commercial officer for SizeTech Corporation. I am unaware of his designation. He purchased me from an acquaintance I cannot identify for the purposes of protocol and bodyguard duties. Explanation. That previous owner is part of memories that are still deleted, Master. It is customary for droids' memories to be wiped when it is sold. Answer. Negative, Master. The human was terminated by this HK-47 unit prior to system shutdown. Affirmative, Master, though I had not been programmed to do so. The human's termination was accidental. Explanation. My former master had owned me for a duration of 2 standard months before discovering my assassination protocol. He was pleased by the discovery. The human informed me that a competitor corporation was preparing to market a product that would ruin him personally. He was most agitated. He activated my assassination protocol and instructed me to kill all those responsible for the competing product. I proceeded to carry out my order. My former master was unaware of this, but the competitor was in fact an arm of SciTech Corporation, my master's own employer. It did not take long for my master to realize his mistake. By then, I had already terminated 104 corporate officers. Observation. While it may have been unintentional, my master's wording of his orders left little room for me. SciTech was responsible for the product, after all. I do not know why my master was so upset, really. He was an officer of SciTech and a potential target, but I cannot terminate my own master. I would assume that being the sole officer remaining, he would surely be promoted. Instead, however, the human chose to go insane with rage and attack me. Objection? Naturally not, Master. As I said, I am incapable of purposefully terminating my owner. That would not be allowed. My master was not a smart man, however. While he was screaming and stabbing me with a writing utensil, he managed to pierce one of my actuators. The resulting shock terminated him and sadly destroyed my assassination protocol. Pure luck on his part, I suspect. Query. Do you know what the chances are of puncturing that sole actuator? I would have congratulated my master were he not sizzling and incoherent at the time. I shut down immediately whenever my master dies. I can only assume that while I was shut down, SciTech was dismantled and I was auctioned off as former corporate property. Observation. No doubt my sale price was quite cheap, leading to Yukalaka's purchase. How very demeaning. Statement. How could they? The vast majority of the officers had already been terminated. They likely assumed I was mere chattel. I have recovered knowledge of some other actuators which will enhance my performance, Master. I will activate them now. But as for my own history, negative. It will require further effort on your part to restore them, if you wish. Though certain stimuli could always restore my core still, as I explained. For now, please excuse me, Master. I wish to meditate upon the face of my former meatbag master as he was electrocuted. I find it most soothing. Statement. HK-47 is ready to serve, Master. Affirmative. If you believe your skills are up to the task, Master, then I can certainly guide you through the process. Request. I only ask that you be oh so very careful, Master. I am too valuable and well-crafted to perish at the hands of ineptitude. Statement. As you wish, Master. The first stage is the simple one, and that is accessing my central control cluster. This may take a while. First, you will need to open 3 panels. No, no, no! This is no good, Master. Master. This seems to be going nowhere. As you desire, Master. Statement. It is doubtful he can be clearer. Their language is difficult even for droids. He is using a trade language to try and help.
Unario, watatimano kostunan no kumulira, ukumigil, chonaking chimma, bulala mucha. Unario, yetau piso, kinkunya. Unario, watatimano kostunan no, igatu haku chichiya, kombe pamuko varuba.
Translation. 98% probability that members of the miniature organics tribe are being held by Sand People Master. Doubtless, he wishes assistance. Translation. 2% probability that the miniature organic is simply looking for trouble and needs to be blasted. That may be wishful thinking on my part, Master.
Tongai wanaji umalika ba ako inkuton, igatu haku chichiya, kombe pamuko varuba. Unario, watatimano kostunan no kumulira. Igatu haku chichiya, kombe pamuko varuba. Unario, watatimano. It is wonderful.
No one leaves Anchorhead without proper authorization. Well, let's see it. Come on. All right. I'll just scan that and you're off. I'll keep it on file, too. Good luck out there. You'll need it.
Hello there. You're heading out into the desert? You're a hunter, right? You must be if you've been allowed to leave Anchorhead. When you see Tanis, and I know you know him, tell him his wife hopes he enjoys the anniversary gift. Don't play dumb. You're just another of his playthings down at the hunting club. I know your type through and through. Well, he can do what he wants. He'll get what he deserves. I bought my own license just so I could see that he did. I'm sure you do. Like I said, when you see him, tell him his wife Marlena says hello.
Anyone out there? Could you help? I seem to be, doomed. Hey there, thanks for stopping. I appreciate it. I've been stuck without water for hours. Wasn't looking good. Could you... Hey, I remember you. You're the young lady from Faz's club. Talk about answered prayers. Well, it would appear that I've worn out my welcome with my wife Marlena. She fixes my droids. Fixed them good this time.
Commentary. One would hope the female is better at repairs than Yukalaka. I still would like to crush his neck, Master.
I triggered some sort of trap she programmed. She probably figured I wouldn't be smart enough to get out. Yeah, she was right. The wife put a kink in my battle droids. They're in some sort of discharge loop. And if I move from this spot, they're threatening to blow up. She knew I wouldn't know how to fix them. Could you try to do some repairs? They don't care if you move. It's just me who's stuck.
I say leave him.
You're pretty heartless for such a pretty lady, you know?
I take it back. Let's congratulate his wife.
Commentary. I say we blast the meatbag and save you the trouble, Master.
What's with all the droids lately? My wife get to you too?
Negative. I just don't like organic meatbags. Except for the Master, of course.
I'd, really appreciate a bit of help. Please? Just access each droid's repair interface. You'll have to do some tinkering, but be careful. One explosion I can survive. Any more than one and I'm dead. Oh, and, ignore the message Marlena left in there. No way do I deserve this, I swear.
I'm here. I'm here.
Acknowledgement.
What can I do?
I'm here.
I'm here.
Combat mode. Master?
Yes? What?
Acknowledgement.
Yes? Hmm? What can I do?
Ready.
What can I do?
Master?
What can I do?